We got the first Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced update, and it has a surprising amount of secret changes. Plus we learned a bit more about the future of the game with 2 big new features that are planned, including New Game Plus, so tons to go over. One big thing that Ubisoft is secretly fixing in the background are some of the cloth physics for outfits that are mostly looking great, but some outfits still have their cloth stuck to the back of the legs. Like is the case with the Edward the Legend outfit, so it doesn't naturally flow, but also Altair's legacy outfit, which people data mined before this update, had this issue. As you see, the cloth is very stuck, but now with the new update, it actually looks great. And what is cool is that in the original, the cloth was also stuck. So that's actually a nice improvement in Resynced. And yes, as you might have already seen, you can now grab this outfit from the exchange for 3000 keys, just like Ezio's outfit, which also looks amazing. You of course easily get keys by doing the anomaly missions that appear twice per week and then claiming the keys from one of the 3 projects. And they actually added a new Animus anomaly mission in Havana with this update, and I saw some people having issues with it, but simply jump down from the nearby fast travel point and then use the focus mode and look for the green dot to easily locate it. And as you might know, I did an interview with the game director this week, Richard Knight, and he told me that right now there are no new projects planned for Black Flag Resynced, but that could change. He also said that the exchange will stay the same, so no items will rotate out like in Shadows. Only new things might be added. Although we should not read too much into all the placeholder legacy outfits that Scarebro found in the game files. Like these could never release, although some like the Animal Spirit outfit from the AC3 King Washington DLC is very interesting. Like why put that in? Like there were quite some interesting ones found, so let's hope we actually see them added to the game. Another new thing Ubisoft secretly added are brand new finishers, which a really cool surprise and was first shared by Shadow Walk Enthusiast on Reddit. So they only seem to trigger when there's only one enemy left and then when you take them out with your regular attacks. They also vary per enemy type. For the regular soldiers you do this cool arm twister, for dagger enemies you grab their weapon to take them out, and yes, this finisher was also in Valhalla. And if there's only one brute left and you take them out with regular attacks, you can see this new finisher where you grab their axe and then used against them, also from Valhalla. Look, I don't mind seeing these finishers from older games return for variety, and it's a cool twist that while in Valhalla we use our own weapon, in Resynced we use the enemy's weapon, which was of course also the case in the original. It's not the same, but it's still kinda cool. During my interview, the game director explained that finishers with the newer combat system that started with Origins are much harder to do than in the original, where they simply played one fixed animation that we would see play out. So this is because of the multiple angles they now have to think of and other variables. So he would love to do more finishers, but it is expensive. So with that in mind, seeing finishers from the older games in the meantime is pretty great. I would be down if they bring over more. But I still think that for the next games they do have to launch with more, because for a 50-hour game to be able to see all the finishers in the first hour already is just not good enough. Let me know what you think in the comments. Affectionate Son on Reddit figured out that you could put your hood on during a leap of faith, which looks awesome, but this sadly no longer possible after the update. I really hope they reverse that, because it's a really cool little thing that doesn't hurt anyone. And another small thing they secretly changed is that when using the ladder to climb into your boat, you would first go right or left. Well, now you can actually use the ladder to climb up, yes please. Next to the secret changes, there are also a few things Ubisoft did share in the patch notes. Maybe you already noticed, but there's less rain now. Before we would very often be greeted by rain while enjoying the nice Caribbean sunny weather. But after the patch, they increased the proportion of sunshine and clear skies. And I actually like this. On PC, 60 FPS cutscenes were not working if you were using the custom graphic settings. That should now be fixed. In my tips and tricks video, I told you about the crazy double jump you could do by turning the advanced parkour setting on and then doing a bag eject by pushing the analog stick in the opposite direction and pressing the jump button. Then pressing the dodge button and you would do this hop. Well, this is sadly not possible anymore. They also saw that many people had issues understanding a late game boss fight, so they added extra hints to it. I don't want to spoil it of course, but when you know, you know. And I'll, by the way, leave a link to the patch notes in the video description, so you can check out if some specific things that you were running into were fixed. Let me know if you have any issues, of course, in the comments down below. Now, the big things the game director could confirm during my interview were the fact that yes, New Game Plus is coming. It was one of the first things they started working on. And Richard noted that Simon and his post-launch Shadows team actually did the hard work, and that they could just use a lot of what Shadows built already, which is kinda awesome. Now, of course, Black Flag is, in terms of progression, quite a different game compared to Shadows, so implementing it is of course easier said than done, but they're at least not starting from scratch, and it might also include new rewards for us to earn, although this was not 100% confirmed. My prediction is that we could see this in August already, but no date was shared by the game director yet. Before that, we will likely get the ability to hide the blowpipe, as a senior programmer is already working on it, and Richard said that he has a feeling that it's coming soon, which is great news. Also, a nightmare difficulty seems to be in the cards, which is awesome because I think the game is way too easy, but I was less hopeful after his Hidden Blade combat answer. Of course, it would be awesome if we could switch to the Hidden Blades again and use them to like do regular attacks and parry incoming attacks and have more of these finishers. Now, he's obviously aware that we want it, like he once again said during this interview that they read Reddit, they read the comments under my videos, like if you want something to be added, totally put it in the comments and there's a chance that Ubisoft sees it. He just cannot make any promises because it would likely cost a ton of animation work to make this happen. Like, that's another big thing that the game director revealed. They could not reuse the original game's code because the technology has changed so much over the last 13 years. Instead, the original game mainly served as reference material. The game is instead based off an earlier version of Shadows, so that's why, like the Hidden Blade combat from the original, it's not as easy as bringing that forward. Although, I agree, I would love for them to add it, and I do think them putting in the work to add it to Black Flag Resynced will also be useful for all the future remakes they will do. But yeah, Hidden Blade combat, far from confirmed. They also looked into doing a potential mission replay feature like what Mirage did. Also no promises here, but Richard is actually a big fan of the Hitman games and replaying missions like that himself. So maybe that will push them to add a feature like this, and I think that would actually be awesome. Like, my read on all of this is that right now Ubisoft Singapore has a ton of ideas on how to support Black Flag Resynced, but they are waiting for the green light from higher ups at Ubisoft to start working on them. We just learned that the game now sold 3 million copies in a week, so it may be doing better than they had planned. It's at least doing better than Shadows did in the same period of time, so that could help. The most interesting answer was when I asked about the Freedom Cry DLC and if they plan to remake that. Richard instead said that the team has ideas to expand Edward's story, so potentially work on a new Black Flag DLC involving Edward, which would be kinda wild. Like, it really seems that they want to do more with this game and just need Ubisoft leadership to be okay with it, but if they actually go on to make a DLC, that could also mean a ton of things for future other remakes they will do. I'm pretty excited. Like, let me know what you hope to see for the future of Black Flag Resynced and the franchise in general. I'll of course keep you up to date here. Be sure to subscribe, leave a like, and check out my previous video by clicking on the screen. I will speak to you very soon. Goodbye.